Hello, Yellow Jello. Aaron Wills here, bringing you another random rambling video. I started this on Saturday, April 12th, 2025 at 5:17 p.m. Along with welcoming you to my channel, allow me to thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe before sharing this video and turning on the post notification bell. The purpose of this video is twofold. One, I'd like to see if I can get, for those of you who watched my last video, you may have seen that my camera froze right away. I didn't get through, I don't think I even got through my intro before the camera froze. So I want to see if I can make a long video without my camera freezing. I digged around with some shit with my camera and I'm hoping it fixed it. I also want to see, I had a comment from a viewer who said that my audio wasn't coming out in stereo, that they could only hear my audio in one side of their headphones or earbuds, whatever they were using. And so I would like him or her to leave a comment to see if I fixed it. I think I have. I tried to. I did what I could do. I dicked around with my audio the best I could to try to make it in stereo for the listener. And I fucked with my camera so it doesn't freeze, I hope. We'll see. I'm going to try to make this a longer video. So we'll see all of it. I need that same viewer to leave me a comment as to whether, if they're still listening, watching, whatever. I would like you, and you know who you are, I'd like you to comment again as to whether I'm in stereo now. On the radio, whoa, on the radio. Who was that, Donna Summer? Or Donna Summer or Linda Ronstadt, I don't know. Hey Google, who sang On the Radio? Hey Google, who sang On the Radio? Alright, Google's not responding to me. She just said sing, hum, or play a song. I can't hum on the radio. I can't carry a tune enough for her to recognize that I'm humming. What is this? A little pimple going on. How nice, huh? Now you're focused on it, aren't you? I shouldn't have pointed it out. No one probably wouldn't even noticed it. Now, due to a recent video I made that somehow has nearly, or going on 400 views, I've gained some subscribers. And anytime I have a jump in subscriber count, I'd like to answer the question they probably have in their mind. And that question could, or probably is, what the fuck happened to this dude's head? So I'll answer that question in case you have that question in your mind. You long-time viewers have heard this several times, so you probably have gotten tired of hearing it. But for the new viewers, you might want to know what happened to my head. So I'll tell you. In 2008, I suffered a massive stroke when a blood clot traveled from my heart to the right parietal lobe of my brain. It's right over here. And it also attacked the frontal lobe of my brain, the neurologist said. The frontal lobe, I guess, is right up in here. So it nestled itself nicely into the right parietal lobe. I know that's right over here. And then it also affected the front lobe of my brain. I guess that's what it's called. Well, the blood clot that was nestled comfortably inside my right parietal lobe was creating a great deal of pressure on the inside of my skull, and it was threatening cerebral herniation, it's called, meaning one side of my brain was about to pop through the other side of my brain. So, to prevent this, the neurosurgeon, Dr. Thomas Forget is his name, gave me an emergency craniotomy, which means he cut me down the middle of my head here and then down around the side and took my skull off for a few weeks, put it in a freezer somewhere at St. John's Hospital in St. Louis. I went off to MRC, Missouri Rehab Center, to try to rehab from my stroke. I didn't get very far. I couldn't, I got to walk in pretty good distance, but because of my size, I wasn't as big as I am now, but I was still over 200 pounds. I've gained about 100 pounds since my stroke. I was over 200 pounds, and so walking was difficult. Although I had become able to walk a great distance. I was walking from my room all the way down to the dining room. Now you probably don't. You certainly, I don't know, you may have been in the MRC, but if you haven't, you don't know how far the dining room is from my room. It's several, not 100 yards, but it's several yards. I don't know how many yards. It's probably about 50 yards, which would be what? 150 feet? Yep, I was walking 150 feet easily at that time. And then I came back to St. Louis to have my skull put back on. That's called a cranioplasty. And that's why this has a big bump here, because my skull didn't line up perfectly. Or back here. It didn't line up perfectly back here either. And that's where they screwed it back together. That's why there's a big bump there in the back of my head here, over here. So that's what happened to my head. That's why I have bumps in my head. Tony One Leg and his partner Clown came to the conclusion that it must be a tumor. But it's not a tumor. I was trying to do Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not very good at that, obviously. But he says, and I don't know what movie it is. The movie where he's a teacher. Is it Twins? I don't know. I don't remember Danny DeVito being in the movie where he says it's not a tumor. He says he has a headache, and when the kid says it's a tumor, and he says it's not a tumor, in his accent and his deep voice, which I can't emulate, recreate, I guess maybe I wanted to say. So, I've gotten a lot of comments about a video I made recently that I entitled, How the hell am I a Tony One Leg, how the hell am I a child predator? And I got about going on 400 views on that video, way more than my average views. Not more than the highest views I've ever gotten on this channel it probably is, but on my other channel, I got 10,000 views on one video on my other channel when I said that Big Nick stole Lance Stewart's Rolex. There was a time in which one of his friends, he had some people over, his friends were over, and Big Nick had been in town for a little bit before this happened, but he had already gone back to California by the time this happened. And Lance Stewart had some friends over, and one of his friends, he took out his Rolex to show them, and then he set it down on the, the hearth of the fireplace, and he forgot it there and went back up to his room and went to sleep, and then when he came back down to get it, it was gone. So one of his friends stole it. It was a mystery. He wouldn't say. Once he found out who it was, he wouldn't tell us who it was. And then it was determined that his friend Brandon, stole the watch. But I made a video saying Big Nick, another YouTube creator, I said Big Nick stole Lance Stewart's Rolex. And that blew up. People got mad. And they said, Big Nick was back in California by the time the watch was stolen. And I knew that. It was true. I just want to get everybody riled up. And that video got over 10,000 views and several subscribers. But still, not as many subscribers as I had when I got into a little bit of a beef with King Cobra JFS is his name. Well, that's what he goes by. JFS are his initials. And I don't know why he calls himself King Cobra. Maybe he likes the reptile, but I don't know. If he liked reptiles so much, he wouldn't have lost his lizard Puff. I think it was what kind of dragon is a lizard? I forget, something dragon. So he called it Puff, like Puff the Magic Dragon. What is the lizard called? It's something dragon. I forget what it's called, but it was a something dragon lizard, and so he named it Puff, and it disappeared. And he was very heartbroken when his lizard Puff disappeared. It got out of the cage, I guess, and just roamed around the apartment eating roaches for a while. Well, I don't know what he could have lived on. He probably died fairly soon, unless King Cobra had the wherewithal to leave grub worms or regular worms around the apartment, so Puff could feed on that and stay alive, or whatever lizards eat. What's that? It's on the tip of my tongue. Guano dragon? What is it? Something dragon lizards. Anyway, whatever those lizards eat, he could maybe have left some around the apartment, and so when Puff come around, he could eat it and stay alive. Otherwise, he probably starved to death around the apartment once he got out. But I think King Cobra JFS would have smelled the dead lizard and found him and realized that Puff was dead. But King Cobra JFS wasn't really steeped in reality at all. He was kind of an idiot when it came to a lot of things. Like his homeboy Scotty said that he had a girl he was going to set him up with, a goth girl, gendered goth girl of legal age, and he was going to set him up with her, and then every time they were supposed to meet, something would happen where she just couldn't show up. There was no girl. The viewers all knew it. There was no girl. But King Cobra JFS kept falling for it. He would tell us, we're going to meet up tonight. I think I'll wear my muscle shirt to meet up with her. I forget what her name was, Beth or something. But his homeboy Scotty gave him the name of the girl and everything.
Yep.
Alright, well, my tray's up. I have to end this video, so I'll play it back and see if my video, one, if my video is working, and two, if I'm in stereo now. So I'm going to let you go. 2 fingers, A-Dub Club. I'm going to see you when I see you. Pizza rolls.